Today, it's Madden NFL football. This is the National Football League. Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Andy Dalton and the Carolina Panthers.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you into Paycor Stadium on the riverfront here in Cincinnati. We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former Bengal, their second leading passer all time in a new uniform now, Andy Dalton. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is Mingo, complete. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Here's Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw here, Dalton. That is caught, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
That's a play that may get lost in the grand scheme of things, but one thing's for sure. You certainly don't want to go 3 and out to start the game. So that's a nice job of finding the right play call and coming up with a first down.
This will be Dalton again. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Now a 2nd and 10. Dalton now to pass. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
The seventh play now of this opening drive. This is third and long, though. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this will remain a scoreless game. The Bengals set to take over.
There's any other way to frame it other than this. That's a disappointing end to a good opening drive and definitely not what they're looking for on the road.
You mentioned a good opening drive. You're right. They were able to move the ball, picked up a few first downs. In the end, though, they come away with nothing.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Second down and 3. Now the first carry for Zach Moss. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know at times today's NFL sure feels like everything's about the guy throwing the football. But if you've got a guy who can run it and move it and gain this type of yardage, you'll take him each and every time.
Here we go. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Here's second and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Able to find Higgins. 5 yards. Now it's third and 5. Now it's Burrow. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Dalton. And the catch made by Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 3. Now Dalton. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Quick completion here to Johnson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. Dalton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Deontay Johnson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And in the end, it was Deontay Johnson's touchdown catch to cap the drive. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Here's Burrow. Here's Higgins out of the right side. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Big 13! Big 13!
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second down and 6 now. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Here we go.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. And Burrow going to throw again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Troy Hill picks it. The dangerous Hill now to return. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you can describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
And they'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Dalton hovering near the goal line. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. On the counter, this is Hubbard. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Burrow will throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
After that 2nd catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Again, it's Burrow. Man open, here is Jones. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17.
That's the third time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining.
Here we go. 180. It's out of time. It's out of time. Hey,
To the air again, Burrow. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. First and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Flushed out right. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have regained the lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And Dalton to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Passing, it's Dalton. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
2nd and 10. Here's a give to Moss out of the shotgun. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now it's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. First down. Here's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down. From midfield now, Burrow. Jones has it. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Here we go. Cut. Right 80. Right 80.
Now Burrow. They'll run the screen with Moss. And he's got some space here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. That continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here we go.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Now a battle for the football, and it's caught. It's a touchdown. Jamar Chase from 6 yards away. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now 2nd and 5. So Dalton now. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Open man is Mingo, complete.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bengals 45-yard line.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bengals got a strong performance in that first half by Joey B., their quarterback, Joe Burrow. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. On the return is Chase Brown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this: I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
They'll run on first down with Moss. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 21, here's 2nd down and 7.
You can't block me. You can't block me. 54.
Option play. Here's a give to Brown.
Dances by at the 20. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another 1st down run right there.
Moss fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Moss once more.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Zach Moss taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. That time a 6-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Blackshear now on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
To throw here, Dalton. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
First and 10 for Dalton. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Throwing, Dalton.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Man in motion left, Mingo. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Another chance for Dalton. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
From midfield here, Dalton. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Andy Dalton. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Dalton off play action. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Hubbard. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game.
And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score.
Chuba Hubbard.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people to power his way forward.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Now a short one to Gesicki. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it, turn upfield, and pick up the first down.
Here we go.
2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Here's 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Tommy Trimble, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Now Dalton. He completes this one to Mingo. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Dalton. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The Bengals offense returns to the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Moss. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. 180.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Steps away to his left, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Moss on the give up the middle. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Here we go.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Moss will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
McPherson on for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Here's Dalton. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Dalton now to pass. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 49-yard line.
2nd and a couple. Dalton. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And it'll be Dalton again. That is caught, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His big game continues. 10 catches now, and another first down.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And Dalton to throw. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Dalton, 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This will be Dalton again. And it's caught. Touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And in the end, it was Deontay Johnson's touchdown catch to cap the drive. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for this with Moss. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he's got a Bengals 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. First down. Here's Burrow. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow will throw. Got a man open. It's Chase. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. They go play action with Burrow. He'll drop this underneath to Moss. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. This will be caught by Brown. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Here we go.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back home.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll go up the middle here with Moss. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run here with Moss. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll go again here with Moss. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Moss. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Zach Moss taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
McPherson now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Blackshear now on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Take a look at Deontay Johnson as this offense runs back out.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Passing, it's Dalton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Dalton. There's Tremble, the tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Dalton sets up play action. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. CD, this is the ideal situation in the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful. They've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.